Imagine earning a modest salary, maybe $30,000 to $40,000 a year, for your entire working life. Now imagine retiring, not with a small pension, but with an astonishing $8 million fortune. This isn't a fairy tale, it's the true story of Ronald Read, a Vermont gas station attendant and janitor who became one of the most unlikely millionaires in American history. By the end of this video, you'll know the exact, repeatable financial principles Ronald Read used to transform a humble income into a multi-million-dollar legacy. More importantly, you'll learn how you can apply these same strategies, regardless of your current income or background, to build your own substantial wealth and secure your financial future. Ronald Read was a man of quiet habits. Born in 1921, he worked for 25 years at a gas station and then spent another 17 years as a janitor at a local JCPenney. His daily life offered no hint of the immense wealth he had accumulated. He drove a modest Toyota Yaris, wore thrift store clothes, and even used a safety pin to hold his coat together. When he passed away in 2014 at the age of 92, the world learned he had left behind an $8 million estate, most of which he bequeathed to a local hospital and library. The question wasn't how he earned it, but how he saved and invested it, given his seemingly ordinary income. The first, and perhaps most crucial, lesson from Ronald Read's life is extreme frugality and an unwavering commitment to living far below his means. While many Americans are caught in a cycle of lifestyle inflation, constantly upgrading their cars, homes, and gadgets as their income rises, Read chose the opposite path. He understood that wealth isn't about how much you earn, it's about how much you keep. His high savings rate, likely exceeding 50% of his modest income, meant he consistently had capital available to invest. This fundamental discipline is often overlooked, but it's the bedrock of financial independence. Without capital to invest, even the best investment strategies are useless. This commitment to living below his means also meant Ronald Read avoided the crushing burden of consumer debt. While the average American household carries over $100,000 in debt, ranging from credit cards to auto loans, Read simply didn't spend money he didn't have. This isn't just about saving interest, it's about freeing up cash flow. Every dollar not spent on debt payments is a dollar that can be invested. Avoiding high-interest debt also positively impacts one's FICO score, opening doors to better rates on mortgages or other necessary loans down the line, further reducing financial drag. For us, this means prioritizing paying off high-interest debt and building an emergency fund, ideally in a high-yield savings account, HYSA, before aggressively investing. But simply saving money isn't enough, it's where you put that money that truly matters. Ronald Read was a master of long-term investing. He didn't chase speculative fads or hot stocks. Instead, he systematically bought shares in well-established, blue-chip American companies like Procter & Gamble, JP Morgan Chase, General Electric, and Johnson & Johnson. He was a dividend investor, meaning he bought shares in companies that consistently paid out a portion of their profits to shareholders, and crucially, he reinvested those dividends. This is where the magic of compound interest truly takes hold. Consider this: if you invest $100 every month for 30 years, earning the S&P 500's historical average return of roughly 10% annually, you will have contributed $36,000 of your own money. But thanks to compounding, your total portfolio value could be over $220,000. Read didn't just do this for 30 years, he did it for over 70 years, from his early 20s until his 90s. The sheer power of time in the market, allowing returns to earn returns on themselves, is an exponential force. His portfolio wasn't built on a few lucky bets, but on the consistent, boring, and highly effective strategy of buying and holding quality assets for decades. While Ronald Read lived before the widespread availability of modern tax-advantaged accounts like the 401k and Roth IRA, his strategy perfectly aligns with their design. For us, these vehicles are indispensable. A 401k, typically offered through an employer, allows pre-tax contributions to grow tax-deferred until retirement, often with an employer match that is essentially free money. A Roth IRA, on the other hand, allows after-tax contributions to grow completely tax-free, meaning all withdrawals in retirement are tax-exempt, provided certain IRS rules are met. Maximizing these accounts, up to their annual contribution limits, is a powerful way to accelerate wealth accumulation, shielding your investments from annual taxation and allowing them to compound even faster. Another critical component of Read's success was his remarkable patience and discipline. He rarely sold his stocks. He rode out market downturns, understanding that volatility is a normal part of investing, not a signal to panic. While many investors succumb to emotional decisions, selling low during crashes and buying high during booms, Read simply continued to buy and hold. He wasn't trying to time the market, he was maximizing his time in the market. This stoic approach allowed his investments to recover from every dip and continue their upward trajectory over the long run, benefiting from the overall growth of the American economy. The most powerful insight from Ronald Read's story is this: financial independence and even immense wealth are not exclusive to the high-income earners or the Ivy League graduates. His life is a testament that true wealth is not determined by your salary, your job title, or even your innate genius. It is the direct result of a few simple, yet profoundly impactful, decisions consistently applied over a long period. Live below your means, avoid unnecessary debt, invest consistently in broad market or quality individual stocks, and let the relentless power of compound interest work its magic over decades. Ronald Read, the humble janitor, proved that financial freedom is an accessible destination for anyone committed to the journey. If you're ready to take the next step towards building your own wealth, watch this video next to learn how to set up your first Roth IRA and start investing today. Remember, your financial future is not determined by your income, but by your decisions.